Lights, camera, action! Welcome to Movie Makers, a Reckless Amoeba podcast. It's been a while since we did one of these, but probably not for you because I just realized that I didn't post a lot of the stuff we did pre-surgery.
You know exactly where to lay the blame. Not here. Not me. I did nothing. Nothing is wrong. Just accept it. Blame the one... Look, we need to blame the single-celled organism. It's his fault.
Oh. I am Brandon Horvath, and with me are my co-hosts Ryan Soakley and Brandon Falinger.
I mean, Orion's barely with us right now, but yes, he's here, kind of.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, he's a little bit sick, a little bit groggy, so hopefully...
A little bit dead.
Yes? Since we don't usually banter much on these, and we usually do that on Brandon's Discuss Anime, so let's get into the words. If you remember, we do 10 random words and try to make a movie out of them. So, today's words are a very interesting mix. Usually they're a very interesting mix, but this seems more interesting than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Translucent, leg, sisters, papery, drink, fury, catering, drizzle, refuse, gold. Sending the words now.
Alright, let me see here. Oh, well, let me take a look at these words again.
How many?
Hold on. I need to see if this is even possible.
With one?
With a 1.
Yeah.
Fury would work.
Translucent would work.
Sisters would work.
Leg. Maybe not paper.
Papery, refuse wouldn't work.
If
Drizzle,
only,
maybe?
if only we had a 3. If only we had a 3, I would do Golden Legs of Fury.
Oh my god. Legs of Fury. That sounds like it would be a trip.
Could we do that? Could we defy the dice? And
I don't think we can. We are constrained by the dice. If the audience would love to create their own version of Golden Legs of Fury, please do that. I would be curious of your concepts. But we're stuck with a 1, unfortunately.
Just a quick, side. It would be Godfrey Ho-esque with
For fuck's sake.
With some kung fu action movie set in 1980s Hong Kong, quote unquote.
No, you know what? I just realized what we need to do.
What?
I know this has probably been done before or something similar to it, but I'm going to be taking this from a buddy cop movie, alright?
Okay.
So, here's what we're at, alright?
Okay.
We use the word legs, and it's about a cop who got crippled.
Oh, okay.
And he has to, get back on the force and get back into it. Hell, if we want to take this in a way that's, Inspector Gadget-esque, he gets robo-legs that have, stupid abilities, fucking jet boosters in the feet.
So this would be a comedy.
It could be a comedy. I would also like to think that we can make it a comedy drama.
Okay.
Since we are working with the police here.
Okay.
We could comedy, drama, action, I guess, a combination of those 3. Because what is probably going to happen, and what I'm suspecting I would want to make this as, is he's investigating this some kind of, you know what? He's investigating the drug cartel from Lord Chakri Phil. we created our own interconnected universe. It's fine. He's the descendant of the juggler from Juggle Story.
And those are the only two that you can remember because of what I typed earlier.
No. Well, I mean, those are just the ones that are coming to mind because it's staring me in the face right now. But yeah, we create our own interconnected universe.
Let's not try to do that yet.
Yeah, we'll leave that to the audience. Anyway,
Yes.
Point is, so he'd probably be investigating some kind of like big corruption scandal or whatever, either with the government or like maybe it's just he basically stumbles into like a much bigger thing than what it initially seems like, and because of that, he gets shot and he gets, rather than killed, he gets crippled instead. And because here's the way I want it to go, I want this to be his partner that shoots him and cripples him. He couldn't bring himself to kill him, but he cripples him so that he gets kicked out of the force. Now, what probably happens after that is that L.E.G.S starts, he gets the nickname L.E.G.S like as he's going.
Horse legs. He gets horse legs.
He gets horse legs.
So he can
Robo horse legs.
Centaur Man.
He gets a lower half. I would want that if I thought we could get away with it. But like in a semi-realistic setting like this, I don't think you could. Because if he's going to go undercover, he'd get caught.
During a lightning storm, it happens. He gets shot next to the horse.
No.
Strike.
I just thought of it. All right, there's a bonus, right? One of the features of the new Robo Legs that he eventually gets, which it's probably provided to him by like a scientist who wants to do experimental surgery or something to see if she can like give him robotic legs that would work under his control. And he's like, do it. I want to investigate this shit and get back at who did this to me. Well, one of the features would literally be he sprouts a second pair of legs out his like ass end, and he turns into a centaur man. And the reasoning is like, this way you can chase down cars without issue. You have 4 horsepower now.
A robo centaur.
It's a robo centaur. Like even better. The legs have like an AI of their own, and he's constantly arguing with the AI in the legs.
Like Jarvis type thing?
Yes, kind of like Jarvis, except, the AI kind of takes after, the AI is kind of an asshole.
Okay.
Like he's not a butler.
Posh British assholes. Well, not complete asshole, but has asshole type comedy.
He's a Cockney accent.
I was thinking...
I'm just gonna take all of these goddamn cars.
I was thinking Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
No, that's how he makes... That's what happens to make the centaur legs. The freaking, like... The legs he originally gets, like, have the ability to adapt to situations, and to do so, it, like, starts taking pieces of metal from cars that are surrounding him to build the centaur legs. So he can chase down the car in a car chase.
Wait, was that a JoJo reference?
No, actually.
Wait, so he hits a button and it just starts taking metal, like,
No, he doesn't do it. The AI that's in the legs starts doing it.
It's like a magnet that just...
I feel like it starts like spindly little robot arms that just start grabbing things. I wasn't thinking magnets. Okay. And it just starts quickly assembling it behind him and connecting it together.
Oh, shit.
And he's just sitting there like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Those are other people's property. Negative. Must, in fact, chase down perp.
Yeah, as the perp's getting away while building the thing.
He's like, as they're like peeling out and escaping, it's like, Nicatory. No. Oh, God. Like, lovely. There's a phone. That's great. I love that. Anyway.
Calls coming from in the house.
Anyway, the AI is like making the thing while the suspect is peeling out, and he's basically telling him that it can't ignore the suspect escaping. It cannot be allowed, or their one chance to actually track these people down might disappear. It's like, I know, but you can't destroy cars for this. And it counters that argument with would not a cop just steal a car anyway or whatnot? Commandeer a vehicle.
It rationalizes.
We are simply commandeering parts instead.
Yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
Right?
Affirmative.
He's upset about it, but he's like, God damn it, I could just take the car instead. Negative. This is much more efficient.
So, are we still leaning towards drama at this, comedic drama?
You've got the cop drama going on between him trying to get back at the people who did this to him, obviously. We got ourselves a, God damn it, I can't think of his name.
Anthony Anderson.
John Wick. We have a John Wick situation. Except there's an AI that's controlling his legs. Doing stupid things that he doesn't want to do. It's like, don't you have jet boosters, though? Affirmative. Unfortunately, jet booster fuel is low. This is more efficient. Just starts arguing with it. Oh my fucking god. But yeah, we eventually find out that the entire, not the entire, but most of the agency that he had originally worked for, the police agency, is probably corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
And that it was his partner that shot him. There's more of the drama there.
Okay.
The comedy comes from the AI being goddamn ridiculous and how it's thinking things are efficient.
So does this guy become a vigilante?
Essentially, yeah. He might think of himself as a private eye, but the legs are like vigilante. That's how he starts out when he's first in the wheelchair after he gets shot. He starts opening a private eye agency, and I would say after that he gets approached by someone, whether that's an old friend or whatnot, about this leg opportunity.
Hello, Travis. I have an opportunity for you. A leg opportunity.
No. We need to no. There's a better way to do this. They walk in. Hello there, Travis. I see you've skipped the leg day. I can fix that. I believe I have an offer that might fix that for you. She installs the AI. It's he probably doesn't even know it at first, but she installs the AI because it's this is very experimental, but we'll see how this works too. And it's not until he's halfway on the job that the AI kicks in and is just oh, hello.
Who the hell's that? Who's talking?
And it's talking in his head. No, it's talking out loud. Because you want to make this even better, all right?
Okay.
We make an awkward situation where the voice is kind of coming from the groin.
Yeah.
Or the ass, one of the two.
Just right there.
That's where the speaker. Yes, that's where the speaker is. And one of his things is couldn't you have just wired your voice into my brain? Possibly, but this was easier. Less likely to destroy the brain. Oh my fucking god. Oh god. So, I guess by the end, he eventually finds everything out and dismantles the organization. Now, whether or not, the Mafia Don or whoever's in charge gets away or not, or if he does die and his son comes in and takes over, who knows? But the thing is, what's the actual crime that sets him off to find this shit? Would it be just petty theft, or because it needs to be small?
Yeah, maybe the first case he takes as a private eye is just some kid who sees the sign or whatever and goes and asks him to help him find the person who stole his bike, his bicycle.
That wouldn't be too bad. To set him off and get that lead again. But
yeah, it'd be something stupid, and then it turns into the organization into human trafficking or something.
No. It starts off with like they're like a bike chop shop or something like that, like to begin with, and like because that's a branch of this like organization, they're like also using like the basement or something of that area to be like drugs to have like the human trafficking going on.
Oh.
But he doesn't know until the end, like when he finds out all that crap.
Yeah, like he never realized it until it's like revealed because obviously that basement would have been well hidden. Like he would never have realized it until he like gets into the main office of one of these guys, and finds like some of the documentation about it. Like he'd have to go back later on and like try to let people loose, or have to like. No, would he be suspicious of the cops? It depends if he was suspicious of the cops at that point or not. Whether he would send them there.
Yeah.
It's like I can't deal with this. You guys have the force. I need to look more into this like main thing.
So is he a rookie cop on the force, or is he pretty high up?
I would say he's a decent veteran. I wouldn't put him at like a senior position, but he's probably he's probably been on the force maybe a good 7 years. I'd put it at somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5 to 7 years. He's got some decent stuff under his belt. He's got his experience, but he's no he's no like expert on anything.
Yeah, he's not like monk or anything.
Yeah, he's no sergeant or lieutenant or whatnot.
Rolled. You were parked in a truck in a fake room, and you killed your husband.
Oh, how did you know?
the pen rolled.
It's like, oh my god, you killed your husband. It's like, how did you know? You didn't wash the blood off of your hands.
Yeah.
You've literally been caught red-handed.
The body's still here.
The body's still here in a body bag, halfway dragged out the door. You literally dropped it as we came in to investigate.
Oh my god, that sounds like the best horror movie. The body's still here.
Oh, please, can we get that one time? Can we get that in our words? Body's still here? Can we get a 3 with those words, please?
Well, we'll leave it up to fate, I guess.
Oh, God. So, yeah, basically we have our layout. Dude investigates something that's bigger than he realizes, gets shot by his partner, starts a PI agency, only to then later get an offer for the whole L.E.G.S situation. We have an arguing AI that's doing ridiculous shit that's more efficient, supposedly.
That may or may not be voiced by Jimmy Carr. I would just love Jimmy Carr's snarkiness coming from the legs.
Like it's very posh, but it's very snarky while being posh.
I don't know if Jimmy Carr can pull off posh.
I mean, if he's got a British accent, he can pull it off.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Pretty much. And in the meantime, he eventually finds out just how big the situation is and, like, brings it to light for everyone to see and disassembles that, like, organization that's got its hands into pretty much every terrible thing in the world.
So would this be, like, some international terrorist organization that does, like, human experimentation into cyborgs and things like that?
Here's the thing, right? Here's what I'm thinking. What our main guy reveals, Travis, I don't know what last name we're gonna go with here. Let's just go with like Travis Wakalski or something like that. All right. So Travis, I want to say that at least if there's no sequels or whatever, I say that this is condensed down to the city itself. However, this like Kingpin thing has been working with others that are like, multi-state wide and international. Like they've been working with other big gangs like this. And like maybe that's kind of like the sequel bait where like when he's looking at some of the stuff there, some of it like the camera would get a shot of some of the paperwork and some of it talks about another gang or another bigger thing that's going on elsewhere that they're working with.
And the name of their group, the Golden Legs of Fury.
I was going to, you know what? I was going to say Hydra, and then I realized we're going down Captain America route with that. So how about Cerberus?
Yes, Cerberus is good.
It's got at least 3 heads.
Yes.
And this guy's only like the finger. But like, it's never really revealed. Like, that's the only hint they really get, that there's something bigger going on, just in case we'd never get a sequel for the movie. Because if we did, we'd have to start. We'd start with that. Like, that would be the one thing that would be like, all right, we need to start working our way up here and take a look at this shit.
Just all the craziness that may happen with the legs.
Well, you know, if we get sequels, we need to have upgrades to the legs, so we can't go hyper crazy, but we can make it do stupid shit. Now I'm just imagining, like, in a sequel at some point, the legs have just become like the lower half of Optimus Prime, and his body's just on the top of the leg.
Well, where it just plays the kazoo. Just make the kazoo noise.
No, that's like, instead of the ridiculous kind of like air horn that like fucking cars have, it's just got a kazoo noise for a horn.
Yeah.
like when he's doing the centaur thing, and he's like, at some point probably has to go into oncoming traffic in the car chase. He probably like hits the horn, and he's like, you need to make a noise or something to tell that. It just plays a kazoo noise. Just to be an asshole. It's like, that's not a horn. My statistics indicate that this noise is something that all humans hear. It's quite clear to them all.
The hell is that noise?
What do you mean? Like, they all notice it, but they're like, the fuck? We haven't heard kazoos since we were like 6. And like, as he's running past, there's some little kid in the back just playing his own kazoo in one of the cars. And like, the mom turns back, Jimmy, shut the fuck up with that thing. It's really obnoxious. And then he, like, the centaur just jumps up on the front of the car and jumps over it. I thought I told you to be quiet, Jimmy. Doesn't even notice the fact the car's just been stomped into the ground in the front.
Oh my god, this sounds like it would be glorious.
It'd be so dumb!
So dumb in the best way.
Like I said, there's gonna be a point in like some future sequel where he's got Optimus Prime legs, and his normal like half is just on top of it.
Definitely stores his gun inside of his legs. It just pops up.
Travis, may I initiate armor mode? You can give me armor? Body armor, yes. But then all the armor from the legs just travels up to his chest, and his legs are just very spindly.
Little wiry legs.
How is this helpful? I do not know. But at least we're protected in the upper half.
You can always repair me. Like, obviously, like, some people might question power source. Obviously, the power source is going to be connected to Travis himself. Like, the idea is going to be bioenergy. Like, him eating and stuff, like, the same energy that would fuel his legs normally is fueling this.
Okay.
Obviously, if it needs to draw more power, it's going to start, like, throwing cables out so it can siphon it from other places if it needs extra power, though. Hell, that could be a scene at one point where it just needs a hell of a lot of power and it ends up blacking out the city to do it. Like, that could be a future movie scene or something. Like, Travis, you need more power to work. All right, where are you going to get it? Initializing. Just wires everywhere and it just drains the city. Why do you need this much?
Battery, half charge.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, like mid chasing somebody, the legs just turn off.
And he just like face plants.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you introduce it, is the batteries run out of, like, fuel because they've been running it too much, and fucking Travis is just exhausted himself, like he's ready to just pass out on his feet because he doesn't have any energy since it's drawing it off of him. So the legs just, like, have to, like, as they've landed and just been, like, smashed into the ground, like, drag themselves across the ground as they've stopped working, he, like, the legs probably launch out one of the cables to recharge itself quickly from, like, a car or something. Or, like, a lamp post. Whatever's nearby at the time. Oh my god. So stupid. Although, here, I'll give you a JoJo reference for this, alright? How about, and you won't know this, Brandon, just because this is from part 7, but he throws out a cable, and it's like the legs aren't moving fast enough because the cable's, like, wrapped itself around the bumper or something of the car. And it's like the legs can't keep up. It realizes what it needs to do, so it runs, like, over to the side or something of the road, jumps onto into like a bush, and comes out with, like, a dead cow carcass or something, and slides on that as, like, a fucking skateboard or something because they're passing by a farm. Yeah. What? What don't you get?
I will have to start reading JoJo so I can get to that point.
There's a character that's, like, trying to win the fucking steel ball run race, or that section of the race, and he literally jumps, like, he gets thrown into a bush while he's riding his horse, and the horse comes out skating down a grassy hill on top of a cow carcass.
What?
It's so ludicrous.
Rocky, why?
It's such a good part, though.
Well, I guess since we're getting sidetracked,
No, that's a reference. Look, there needs to be a JoJo reference in everything now. You realize that, right? We need to retroactively go back into JoJo Story and Chalk Refill and all the other ones and come up with JoJo references.
And now I need to watch JoJo.
Even in Pokemon, it was semi-recently, Meowth does a JoJo pose.
He also references Dio with his Muda-Mudas.
I wonder what the English dub was. Was it, it's worthless, worthless, worthless?
It might be. Might be it's useless, useless, useless.
Oh. Alright, the lights are coming on the theater, the credits are rolling.
Travis is standing triumphantly, realizing that, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. The legs become a stand behind him. It's a robo stand behind him. Oh god! I swear, there's a Kingdom Hearts reference to fucking JoJo. I swear.
Travis goes off to triumphantly walk into the sunset. The legs choose not to and force him to walk the other way.
The legs literally 180 while he's still facing that direction, and they walk the opposite direction than he's like trying to go.
So will his hips also be robotic or just his legs?
I'm thinking from like the pelvis down, like all of that is robotic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so check out our Yakuza 0 playthrough. Check out the other movie makers episodes.
Oh my
god. Hell, check out our food videos, which probably will be up by the time this gets up. Any other shit we may put up?
All three of you, check it out. It's fine.
Yes, tell your friends so you can have more than 3.
Not possible.
Oh. Alright, so catch everybody next time, I guess.
See ya.
See you.